Noyo versus Garrosh.
Hey folks, it's Kikoskia here with some more matches of Hearthstone, and I hope you like mechs because this deck is pretty much full of them, including our hero, Noyo, an alternate hero skin for the paladin. Me being Noyo was made possible by the generosity of a very kind viewer. Hello! What does this deck do? This deck tries to out-tempo their opponent with mechs and magnetic. This might be difficult considering this opponent is a quest warrior, but we'll try our best. We're going to use Mech Warper here, and then we're going to use Glowtron on the Mech Warper to gain additional health for our Mech Warper. All mechs that we get now are going to cost 1 less mana, provided that this mech is not silenced and remains alive. That is the first taunt. Fortunately, we have a way to get through. Normally I would play the Powered Shredder, but I really want to get damage through, so Muster for Battle it is. There are lots of wildcards in this deck, including things from Goblins Vs Gnomes and things from the Grand Tournament. Let us move forward and see what we can do about taking care of you. We don't want you to play many taunts. What are you going to do for 4 mana? An Infested Tauren. We can deal with an Infested Tauren. We can definitely deal with an Infested Tauren, but we will play Powered Shredder rather than playing the Mech Warper and Powered Shredder, just in case there is a brawl in our future. We are going to hit here. And then I'm going to trade this away, and then hit you in the face. Don't want you to do anything like Buffett. Ah yes, that one has already attacked. Silly me. Hello indeed. This Noyobot loves to say hello. Loves to declare that he is here. And goodbye my 1/1s. Hello Wax Elemental. You're going for a very defensive series of plays. We want to trade here, here, and then play this, and destroy your 3/3, and then hit you in the face again, for 4 more. We are very much out of fuel, but if we get some of our mech generating or card drawing cards, we might be back in it. We do have a lot of damage on the board right now. Armor up for 2, and that's all you're going to do. Do I play Harvest Golem? I do play Harvest Golem, because then we have things that will survive a brawl. That's 4 damage, another 3 damage, another 3 damage, and we will keep the weapon charge back. We may need that to get through a taunt. If there's a brawl, we'll have a 2-drop and a 2/1 on the board, which is quite a bit of damage potentially. A gem-studded golem. I'm afraid that's game. We will equality to get through the golem, and then we'll hit you. 4, 3, sword to the face. Victory is ours! And I couldn't have done it without all of the mechs that I have. If I didn't have the mechs, I wouldn't have a deck. Second win of the season. We are very early in the season, so that's why I'm ranked 24. Let's do another match. Let's see if we can find another opponent who will be shown the joy of mechs. Mechs can be pretty useful. That said, I can run out of steam very quickly with this deck. Hopefully I won't this time.
Noyo versus Jaina.
A mage, eh? We have a decent start, we have a Gorilla Bot on turn 3 potentially, and if the Mech Warper gets defeated, we have a Muster for Battle instead. Not bad. We also have a 5-drop, or a 6-drop if the Mech Warper dies. Quite likely, but then again with the Mana Worm being 2 mana now, you don't see that on turn 1 anymore. Hello, how are you? Ooh, a Firefly. Are we dealing with an Elemental Mage? We might be. I think the best bet for me right now is to If I coin out the mech warper, there is a chance that we may get a mech that we could play. If anything, it will force the opponent to get rid of some cards. We do have Divine Favour, so we can refill our hand. Frostbolt? Primordial Glyph looking for a spell. You didn't find exactly what you want. You'd have picked it. If it was Frostbolt, you'd have been like, Frostbolt, and then kapow! Instead, you're just going to go face, which is fine, because we have an Annoyatron. We can now go face. That 1-2 with Divine Shield was the bane of many aggressive decks when it was released, because it could stop so much damage. Dragon's Fury, ooh. Dragon's Fury for 2. That's unfortunate. Because, this is still alive. We're going to play the Gorillabot A3, which, if we have a mech in play, we discover a mech. And there are quite a few choices here. Most of them are bad, so we're going to play the Cobalt Guardian. We do have a lot of mechs, and the Cobalt Guardian is currently 4 mana. It's about to become 5 mana. A shame. And we have a Flame Elemental here. That's fine. Ooh, that's a good thing to see. Tinkertown Technician. It's a 3-3. Now it's a 4-4, and I get a Spare Part. Spare Parts are very nice. I'll trade here, and I will play the Cogmaster. A 3-2, a 3-3, and a 4-4. Pretty powerful. And if the 3-3 is... ooh... and that's going to be a Frostbolt there. That's fine. Okay, what can we do? We could Piloted Shredder. We could... I actually feel like playing the Cobalt Guardian right now, but I'd have to trade in both of these to do it. I could also play the Muster for Battle, but that's not really going to help me. The Cobalt Guardian, I'll play that.
Reinforcements requested.
And I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to trade at all. If there is, you're going to ping that, are you? You can't ping that and Blizzard. You could trade into it. There's the Blizzard. And then you're going to do that. Okay. I do have mechs, so I can keep that alive. And keep that alive I will. Aha! And we'll give it 1 health. Now it's a 6-2 with Divine Shield. That's a little bit more sticky than you'd like. Ping and something. Arcane Intellect first to get more cards. Okay. And a Shimmering Tempest, and then you will ping and go face. Unfortunately for you, I have more mechs. I have quite a few more mechs. I also have Consecration, which will really help me here. Goodbye, things blocking my way. And then I'll play a mech. The Divine Shield is back. Aha! 6 and 4 for 10. And if you keep all those cards, I'm just going to refill with Divine Favour. Blizzard again. Ping and Blizzard. That's an idea. Blizzard number 2. That suits me just fine. Let's see what we get here. I think a Glowtron here is good. Pretty nice. And we'll muster for battle. Just to get this out of my hand. And then we'll Divine Favour for a lot. And get more cards. And the second muster for battle. And then we'll hit you in the face for 1. Ooh, I have a legendary. Sneed's Old Shredder here. Which, when it dies, gives me a random legendary. Flame Strike is decent, but I will still have things on the board. Arcane Intellect number 2. Primordial Glyph. Are you looking for a Blizzard or a Frost Nova? I think you are. What did you get? Is that a cone of... It's a Shooting Star. Okay. And then you'll ping that one. Which means I don't have that much damage on the board, but I'm about to have a little more. I could play the Annoyer module, but you know what? Instead, I'm going to play Mech Warper, and then I'm going to play the piloted Sky Golem. Having sticky minions means that things like Flame Strike won't work so well, because it may defeat all that's there, but then there'll be more stuff. And I have a True Silver Champion. That's also pretty useful. There are things that you can do. You could, that's Water Elemental, you could have Frost Nova'd and then Doomsayed. That would have worked. But sadly, you have lost. Hello indeed, and well played. Another win for Sir Annoyo. Will we get 3? Let's find out. Will there truly be celebrations in Sir Annoyo's future? Also, that is some fine hair you have there. Long and luscious. Let's queue up one more time. Will we find a victory, or will there be crushing defeat? There might be crushing defeat. Having the Divine Favour there certainly helped. I don't have that many cards that draw, but I do have cards that give me more cards, and cards that, when they die, give me more minions on the board. So in a way, I sort of have fuel in that manner. Then again, the Piloted Shredder can always give me a Doomsayer. It gets less likely with every expansion release, though.
Sir Annoyo versus Garrosh.
It's a warrior! There is my healing in the Antique Heal Bot. We want to have a 1-drop, so we'll keep the Glowtron. And, ooh, a Cogmaster. That's a better 1-drop. It also gives away what my deck is, but hey, it's a decent 1-drop. Quite a lot of resources could be wasted getting rid of it. That said, I prefer to have a 2-drop mech with the Cogmaster so I can go 1, 2, 3, but I'll go 1, 1, 3 if I have to. Muster for Battle is such a good card. It, like the Annoyer bot, was a definite staple of decks. Paladin decks really gained a lot of strength from Muster for Battle. Having 3 1/1s and the 1 mana 1/4 weapon in a single card for such a low price, it was the bane of many people's early game. My opponent is really considering what cards they're going to take. They're looking at them, and all but one has been replaced. Hello! There we go. There's a 2-drop, the Shielded Mini-Bot, another really efficient card that was also released in Goblins Vs Gnomes. There is no Dr. Boom in this deck. The main minion is not a mech. The Boombots are, though. I decided that that minion didn't Ooh! Oh, hello! Pirates, eh? Curious. Well, we can counter pirates somewhat. We'll play this and then go face. If you want to hit that minion with your face, that'll cost you 3 health, but I get the feeling that you won't. That 2/2 Divine Shield is a bit annoying because you have to hit it and then deal with the minion. Also, these 3 1/1s are going to be tricky too. Okay. Now you're relying on, that minion staying in play, which I'm afraid it won't, because I have a weapon of my own, and I will trade. As long as I can keep the board, I can hopefully keep you at bay. Get it? Pirates Bay? Haha, never mind. Hello indeed. I do like using the emotes with Sir Annoyo. They're just so very silly. Also, there's chewing gum on the bottom of his foot. You really should get that taken care of. A ship's cannon? Okay. And then you're going to do that. I'm definitely going to trade here. I don't want your ship's cannon to stay around. The Annoyo module is a decent idea, but for now, we're just going to trade. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And then I think we want multiple minions here, so we're going to play the Glowtron first, then we're going to play the Annoyotron. I keep calling it the Annoyobot. Silly me, it's an Annoyotron. The Tron part is very important. But it is a bot. Ah, Nozot's first mate. Another 1-3 weapon. You're not going to be getting through that anytime soon. Also, that taunt is not going to be lasting for very long, because I have an Annoyo module. What's more annoying than an Annoyotron? 2 annoying things stuck together. Better to have that or that? Actually, better to have this. Howdy indeed! Now we have a 3-6 taunt. And then we'll hit you in the face. If you have Execute, you can get through the 3-6. But then I'll have a piloted Sky Golem. You're looking at that card. Is that going to be a Corcoran Elite? Because that will die. Red Corsair number 2. And just armor up. Okay. What else do we have? Equality. Gonna keep that in mind. Trade. Piloted Sky Golem. Hit you in the face. My weapon is gone. But I have 3 minions and a taunt in play. And that 6-4 is nasty. Coin 7 drop, eh? Tar-Lord. Ooh, that is tricky. I think this is a time for equality. Let's do it. And we'll trade the 1-1 in. Then, we'll Tinkertown Technician. And get +1 health, which is really good for the Annoyotron. Marvellous. Even if you take care of the 6-1, it'll still make a 4-drop. Do we have Brawl in our future? We have a South Sea deck hand. You finally got through my taunts, but there are quite a few minions in play. Now it's a 2-2 weapon. Are you going to trade, or are you just going to go face? You aren't going to trade. Well, I'm going to play this. Then I'm going to draw 2 cards. Ooh, Gorilla Bot. That seems pretty useful. Let us trade here. Ooh, a 4-4. That's quite good. We went from a 6-1 to a 4-4. Decent. There are better 4-drops, but that one's still decent. We have a pretty big board. Do you have Brawl? Brawl would be really good right now for you. But you might not have it. I don't have a weapon, I'm afraid. Ah, Darius Crowley. You could technically stop me from defeating you by getting rid of the... Nope. That was an error. You probably should have attacked. 4, 8, 10, 11, 12.
Reporting for duty.
And this match is over. And a swing from the hammer results in victory! Not bad at all. Bonus star for the win streak. And that was a lot of wins with this deck. It does remarkably well at the very low ranks, but when you get higher up and you start encountering the meta decks, it does struggle a bit, but once it gets momentum, it won't stop. Nothing can stop Sir Annoyo and his Annoyobots. And so, that was 3 matches with my wild mech paladin deck. And what's to come in the future? Well, there are still a few decks that I have not yet shown off. If we go into the play mode here, there are a few things. Some of these have not yet been given a chance to shine, or not shine, as the case may be. And I'm sure they will soon enough. And so, when we come back, folks, more Hearthstone. Will there be more Sir Annoyo? Who can say? Is he annoying, though? That remains to be seen. And depends on if you think mechs are awesome. They certainly can be in this game if left unopposed. And sometimes that does happen. And when it doesn't, you just look in despair as your opponent crushes you. But when it doesn't happen, oh, when it doesn't happen, there are some funny things that can happen with mechs. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.